Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. In this video we have the finals match against my guildmate DahlDahl for the first ever Supreme League. We're going to be showing you all the 5 matches and then we're going to see who actually came out and got the victory here. But there are some really close matches. So the team number 1 that you guys are going to see here, it is going to be the Dunlinger Gunner Grenade team that my guildmate is running. I'm going to be on the red side of the battlefield running the Saida Contest Strollish type team. We were definitely the underdog for this matchup. We need somehow Saida to live long enough and get off her 3 ultimates after the Dunlinger Bell wears off, but that is asking for a lot. We do have this artifact Wingguard as well to try to help us do that. Let's go ahead and take a look at what happens in this battle. Okay. So as you guys see, so far so good, but then the big burst of damage from both Kulu and Granite, and then boom, right here around this point, already my twins and Alicet are down. I don't think, if we take a look at this, I don't think my twins even, yeah, they obviously didn't get an ultimate off because Dunlinger is blocking them, but they could have if, you know, Dunlinger was not blocking them. So that is he got a big advantage there. Now, Gwyneth's gonna hit a bit harder. Contest is still alive because of the Alicet's wing protection, and Panda Pang is also still alive, but then he's gonna shortly go down as well. We're like 9 seconds into the battle here. Sight and Contest are both still alive, which is good, but we're just about to wear off from the Dunlinger Bell right now. It is 77 seconds. Dunlinger Bell is gone. Contest just blew up right now, and Saida is respawning. She's gonna be able to get off an ultimate though. Immediately onto Sunny the Unicorn, and unfortunately she probably is not going to be able to cycle here because, yeah, it didn't have enough lives left. She only got off 1 ultimate. You would need to get 3 ultimates if you wanted to basically make that happen. Now, match number 2 actually was also incredibly close. My guildmate is again the favorite for this matchup because he has Freerin giving defensive magic onto Sylphira, and that is going to make Sylphira, even more difficult to take down. Hepler for the additional life. And the remember about these artifacts is that this is my actual side in Lightning Swell. Even on the red side, my guildmate is the one running the Vine Snare Swell. The artifacts just show up in this way. So what we have here is actually really nice for me. We have Dunlinger blocking their ultimates. We have Rainier position swapping the free rim, but she's going to be within Lightning Spell, so she's not going to be swapped, as you can see by her glowing character model. And then Himmel also going to be boosting our team. So let's go ahead and see how this battle unfolds. Sylphira is not going to be able to do anything. She's running right up, but Dunlinger's blocking. They're going to be, they do a bit of burst damage. You can see my health bars on the bottom. All my team is alive, but I think the Phantom might have went down here. Freeling gets off an ultimate early on. Thanks to the Lightning Spell, thanks to everything else. And this is going to take out most of the team. Like, look at this. Most of the team is going down. The only surviving are going to be the Alna and Sylphira. Even the enemy Freerin did get taken down. But obviously, Alna with the invincibility is going to protect the Sylphira. So now all that is left is Dunlinger and my Freerin. Dunlinger is still alive, and that is good, blocking the ultimates. And now Dunlinger goes down. So now the Sylphira is probably about to cast an ultimate, but my Freerin gets off another ultimate right now. Perfect timing. Alna goes down. Sylphira does go down, but the Hepler extra life is there. And now look at this. This is the match which could have went in my favor. Honestly, this Dunlinger Freerin squad, it surprised me with how well it did, but I knew it did have the potential to do this. But the thing is, even if the Hepler effect caused Sylphira to run away, Sylphira has full energy, so she's going to come back into the match, just jumping onto my Freerin, and that will probably be a good game, right? But she does have to walk up. The Sylphira is walking up. My Freerin doesn't have energy to cast an ultimate. We have a bit of damage going off, but that is not enough, especially with the defensive magic of Freerin. And now Sylphira are going to jump on my Freerin's head, and Freerin, I mean, she's still taking the damage surprisingly well from the Sylphira, but unfortunately, as you guys can see here, it is not going to be possible. But that was a close one. That could have been a deciding match. Okay, guys, so the next match I'm going to show you is actually match number 4, which is going to be, I was running Cryonia with the Wilders, Theodore boosting Sleaze, and I was running it with the Vine Snare Spell, and my guildmate, he was running Vanguard Spell with Baelran, Cryonia, and Hypogean Celestial. Now, actually, I think this was a little bit of a mistake by him because Vanguard, his frontmost is Baelran, but Baelran is a physical damage dealer, and his damage source is a magical damage dealer, which is Cryonia, which doesn't have the greatest synergy. I think he must have thought that Baelran is a magical damage dealer or something, but Baelran is physical. Okay, anyway, so interestingly, you guys are going to see what happens here. is going to come down. Both Cryonides go into the Pandora. And my guildmate, he gets off the ultimate with his Celeste. I didn't even think he would do that, but the Fresto energy gain was actually enough. You didn't even need Theodore like on my team. And now what happens here is I don't know if it's RNG or if it's due to the fact that he has a refinement level 4 Cryonia. But either way, his Cryonia came out of the box and began attacking first. I don't know if this is RNG or this is actually potentially also could be his side of the battlefield that he's on, because he's on what is considered the blue side. They might always move first, but actually it was a good thing that he moved first, because my Cryonite is still protected. She's not going to be attacked, and so his Cryonite goes off and kills my whole team. But even though, or pretty much most of my team, even though my Pandora goes down, my Cryonite was already exiting the box, so my Cryonite is still completely fine. She's gonna have the 1000 energy. And the Cryonite finishes off the rest of my team because, of course, refinement level 4 is going to do that. But now my Cryonite gets to move right after, and she was invincible during that period because she was just coming out of the box. And boom, we just blow everything up. And then we gain enough energy that we're able to cycle again. Oh, wait. He didn't even get my Pandora. He didn't even get my Pandora in the box. Oh, it was this guy in the box. Or sorry, in the Cryonite Frozen Domain. It was the Phantomal. So my Pandora actually didn't even go down. So that's also good. That's actually... So whoever moved second, basically, in this matchup is going to win. So if he would have moved second, he would have beat me on this team. But because I moved second, my Cryonite was safe. And my Cryonite revenge killed, basically, his Cryonite. And now they can't do anything. Veilmine is not enough. Because Cryonite is going to do it. I mean, it did get somewhat close. He was breaking my shield and stuff and doing some damage. But... not really close enough. So even with the refinement, my unrefined Cryonite, we did manage to actually win. So that was actually really good. Okay, guys. So here is going to be match number 5. This is the Saida. So my guildmate is running the Saida contest stall team with Pang and Alicet, and he is going to be running it with the breakthrough spell. His artifact is in the upper right. I'm running Vanguard spell with the Zany comp, and basically the idea is Zany is a front mode. She's a physical damage dealer. She's going to boost the physical damage of my whole team, most importantly Gwyneth. We have Evie who is jumping. You guys can't see that, but Evie is jumping right at the beginning of the match and beginning to investigate the enemies, and also she's going to provide a buff to the rearmost, which is going to be Gwyneth. So Gwyneth is going to be hitting really hard, but the opponent has a lot of tankiness, and they have the breakthrough spell, which gives more energy gain to allow Saida to cycle those 3 ultimates faster. Definitely, this is more of like a 50-50 matchup. Compared to like the first team we showed you, where I was attacking into Dunlinger, Gunner, Gwyneth, and my guildmate. That is much more of a hard counter to Saida, but this one, we don't have a Dunlinger, so Saida could get off 3 ultimates, and after 3 ultimates, she definitely has a potential of winning, but let's see what happens here. So you're going to see Saida charge up energy fast. We're just 3 seconds into the battle, she already gets off her ultimate. That is not good for me. That is not good for me. Off onto my Zany's like gun turret. Twins also get off their ultimate before I burst them, which is also really good for him. My Gwyneth goes off now, and now the Gwyneth is killing everything. So my Gwyneth was a little bit slow to the party. Otherwise, if we could have killed the twins before they got off an ultimate, that would have been an even more, like, convincing strength boost. My Eevee is still investigating, but one really interesting thing you guys are going to notice here. Eevee doesn't properly investigate the Saida. Because Saida keeps resurrecting herself, there's not actually enough uptime for the investigation to complete onto the Saida, and has to start from scratch each time. So you guys are going to see in this battle that basically my Eevee never finishes investigating. So yeah, my Kulu ultimate goes off. That's going to blow up the Alicet in the back, and then this is the contest. So now all that's left is my whole team versus the Saida. But the Saida already got off 1 ultimate, and she's about to get off a 2nd ultimate right now. And of course, whenever she casts an ultimate, she gets another life that she can resurrect from. And she's gaining a lot of energy, especially with the breakthrough spell. So we get her killed here, but I think she still has 1 or 2 lives left. And she has almost full energy. So she's coming back. She's going to immediately get off enough energy for her ultimate. Also in part thanks to the breakthrough spell. And look at the investigation. Eevee is just investigating, but because she keeps resurrecting, it cannot finish the investigation. And so yeah, I mean, now Saida has gotten off her 3 ultimates, and the damage is spreading. However, the towers are kind of unaffected, it seems like, to begin with. And unless you're like, when Saida locks onto the tower, it stuns them for a duration, and then they take the damage. But as you guys are seeing here, or the healing from Eevee is enough. Oh no, now Saida's ultimate is actually going to go off. I guess she died, and so that's why I was delayed. But now the Saida ultimate is off. But you guys are going to see, there's a big burst of damage from something. I don't know where this came from. Yeah, I don't know where this came from, if it was Saida's the ultimate damage or exclusive equipment, but like now the damage just kind of stopped until Saida spawns again, and now she's hitting the tower, and while she's hitting the tower, I guess the tower is stunned and then just popped by the damage over time from Saida. This was a really strange fight, honestly, because like the tower is not really taking any of Saida's damage. Gunner really isn't taking enough of it either, because he's kind of steadfast or something, or the damage is just not enough. I guess the healing output from our Vanguard spell is actually enough to compensate the damage of Saida, but when Saida locks onto the target, that further burst of damage is able to kill it. So it's just Gunner and Gwyneth versus Saida. Saida keeps cycling ultimates, especially with the breakthrough spell. She's able to do it. My Gunner gets so low on health, almost dead. Saida's walking up. She gets killed again. My Gunner barely hanging on for dear life, and this really matters. And then Gwyneth is able to finish off Saida right at the end. So that was definitely an RNG fest. I can definitely not say that was a convincing win at all. We did get lucky. We did manage to win that, but now basically we're 2-2. There's only one more match, which is going to be the decider, which is actually match number 3, which if you guys watched my video yesterday, you would think potentially I'm the favorite in that, but let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay guys, so here we have match number 3. This is the final match, which is going to be the decider, because we're 2-2 right now. And in this, I am the red side. I am Alna Sylphira, and I thought going into this matchup, I definitely have the advantage. I am the favorite to win here. We're running it with the breakthrough spell. The opponent is running the Athalia Zoria team with surging spell, which is the standard. Now, very interestingly, I didn't, and maybe this actually was a game changer, I didn't position around Eevee, and his Eevee jumped perfectly onto my Mahira and getting all of my allies here. I was even considering it when I was lining up my team, but I was like, first of all, my guildmate wasn't running Eevee in his semifinals match, so I was thinking he's probably not even going to run Eevee, and even if he runs Eevee, what is the chance that he runs Eevee on this map? But I should have maybe positioned around that, like, yeah, when I saw that he had Eevee locked in on this map, I'm like, oh no, I hope he didn't go for, but this is a standard position to put Eevee, because look at this, he's getting the perfect Eevee investigation off, which is really good. Anyway, let's see what happens here. So we're going to go ahead, my Xandra goes off, breaks all the walls, Bonnie is going to be, crowd control from Mahira. We're going to run up to the Bonnie. We ideally want to nuke the Bonnie before she can even get a debuff onto my team. That's kind of like the best strategy. Eevee is investigating multiple of my team, basically like 5 of my allies right now. And we're just going to blow up Bonnie really quickly, as well as Callan goes down. I believe Callan goes down, Bonnie goes down, Phantomal goes down. And now all that is left is literally the Zoria and the Athalia and the Eevee doing the investigation. So Eevee is going to pretty soon complete her investigation. Athalia goes off onto my my Sylphira, but we take that because of the Alna protection. Alna for invincibility is going to proc on a killing blow, basically. And so we're going to have 7 seconds of invincibility for Sylphira to heal back up. Hepler also gets off his ultimate. We have the whole team, and that's looking really good. Zoria jumps in, lands down. She doesn't kill anything with her initial burst, and we're quickly going to nuke her down because, of course, my Sylphira is alive. Gets a big burst of healing onto the Zoria, which may come some part from Eevee or just from Zoria herself because she has some life drain. But there we go. Sylphira jumps with her ultimate, and she's gonna kill that Zoria. And now we have Eevee entering the battlefield. She's investigating my whole team. She's marked my whole team, basically. They're debuffed as much as they possibly can be, and that is reducing my damage output from them. My whole team is still alive, though, and now the game-changing Athalia ultimate, which was literally at the perfect time. As you guys know, when the clock goes to below 70 seconds, Alna gets another round of invincibility for her and her carry. If we would have had even just like, you know, 0.5 of a seconds later of this Athalia ultimate, my Sylphira would have been invincible, and that would have been that would have decided this match. But now look at this. Watch Alna. You're gonna see the invincibility proc just a few milliseconds late. She's gonna proc it right now. Right there. So like, if we had just a bit of a delay, 1 second delay on the Athalia ultimate, my Sylphira would have invincibility right now. She would have not been killed by that Athalia, but because Athalia got the killing blow on my Sylphira, I just am left with no damage sources. left on my team, and that is a real problem because how are we going to kill Zarya when she comes back? Now look at this, my whole team is still alive, they're still sustaining, other than the Sylphira. The Zarya comes in, but what can we do to the Zarya? Because Zarya is tanky, especially in those first few seconds, and we just don't have the damage, and Eevee is, well, Eevee is dead, so I don't know if Eevee is probably not healing anymore. It's just the life drain of Zarya herself. And even though Athalia is not able to kill me, over time she is going to. We're almost close on the Zarya. She gets her life drain to get her health back, and or also some kills onto one of my ally, and then gets her health back. And that is it. So as you guys can see, this was the deciding match. It was incredibly close. All it came down to was potentially 1 extra second before, if Athalia would have delayed her ultimate by 1 extra second, we would have had invincibility on Sylphira. Sylphira would have lived. Sylphira would have killed Zarya in the second life, and it would have been our win because this was the deciding match. But anyway, guys, as you guys are now aware, my guildmate did get first in the first ever Supreme League, and well fought by him. His teams were great. I think they were really impressive. Apart from the Baleran Kyanite thing, I think that it was, like I said, probably he was thinking Baleran is a magical damage dealer or something. Apart from that, all of his other teams were very solid, very strong. It could have went either of our ways in this matchup, even with this lineup of teams, but it did go to him, and I did think, like we analyzed, he was the favorite in terms of these matchups when we were analyzing it. However, there was definitely a chance for me, and you guys saw in these battles play out, the chance was actually quite real of us getting the win. And so all we can do is try to learn from this and move forward and try to do even better in the upcoming Supreme League. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it was entertaining for you. Definitely, I really, like I talked about in my previous video, I've learned a lot through the Supreme League experience and team testing, and in the end I was pretty happy with my teams. They did well. They gave me the potential chance of actually even winning rank 1, and that was as much as I could have hoped for, right? So anyway, guys, let me know what you thought about all of this in the comment section. Hopefully your Supreme League went well. And I will, of course, next up, we're going to have Clash runs. So definitely some of the testing and the teams which we've learned from are doing well from Supreme League, we're going to carry them over into Clash runs as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching. And if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment. And you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.